Hi guys, and welcome to All About the Philippines. Now today is a little bit of an interesting topic around marrying a Filipina with a child. So of course I've done that. I've married a Filipina who has a child. And the one thing, I was very surprised at was when I put my application in, and I actually used a migration agent for my child's application to come to Australia with her mum and me. I was very surprised when the agent said to me that, good on you, because many Australians with Filipinas don't bring their children here. They just leave them in the Philippines to be looked after by their family. Now, that struck me as very odd because, in my opinion, is that when you start in your relationship, whether it be with an Australian woman or a Filipina, and if she's got a child, that becomes part of the package deal. I would never in a million years have thought to leave little Nicole over in the Philippines away from her mum for the rest of her life, and I think that is just part of the deal. So I was a bit shocked to hear that, and that leads me to this video. When you start dating a Filipina, or you're talking to a Filipina before you're even dating her, and you find out she's got children, you've really got to think to yourself, are you at the stage of your life prepared to take on another man's child and treat that child as your own? Now, for many, it's going to depend on what stage of life they're at. So a younger guy, maybe in his 20s or 30s, may not really want to be doing that. Maybe he wants a Filipina to come and marry that doesn't have children, and they can start a family of their own together, and that's fine. There's no problem with that. But what you're going to have to realize in the Philippines, many Filipinas already have kids. So any Filipinas in their 20s and 30s have already got kids, most of them, or at least one child. So it's something to really consider. If you're looking at a Filipina, think about, do you want her to have kids, or do you want her not to have kids? Obviously, if the answer is you don't want her to have kids, there's going to be a lot of searching involved to find that right woman who doesn't have kids. Or you might be at the stage of life where you think to yourself, you know what, I think that's great, we can have her daughter come here or a son come here, and we can have a family together. Whether or not you want to add to that family or not yourself as you go along is up to you. But it's a real consideration, and people should really consider before they're even dating a woman, what is it they actually want? Before they're dating a Filipina, do I want her to have children or not? And even going beyond that, do I want to have children with her as well? Or have I finished having children in my life? So there's some real considerations and things that you guys need to talk about before the relationship goes any further. So with that decision, if you decide, yes, okay, it's okay if she's got a child, then you've got to consider, okay, if she's coming to live in your country, not only do you have to get the partner visa for her to come there, she will come first, and then after a period of time, maybe a couple of years, then you can apply for the child's visa, and she will come under her mother's partner visa once that's all finalised. That's how it works here in Australia anyway. So you've got to be prepared for the cost factor here. So for me, when I brought my wife here and got the partner visa, at that time it was about $5,500 Australian dollars for that visa. I believe it's now up to about $7,500 Australian. And on top of that, when you're bringing the daughter or the child to Australia or to your country, it's going to cost you more for the child's visa. And in Australia, that was around about $2,500 from memory. So, and they've got to have medical tests done and all that, so that's extra costs as well. So now on top of that, once the child's here, then together you guys have to provide for that child as you would with any other child. All your daily living expenses, somewhere to keep them in a nice house, safe, warm. Things come up, medical expenses, dental expenses. Recently we've had little Nicole needed some braces. Her teeth were all out of alignment, and we had to get braces. So there's $8,000, and look, we're happy to pay that. We're really happy to pay it because she's so much more confident already. She only had the braces on a few months, and she's so much more confident. So whereas before she'd be hiding a smile and all this sort of stuff, and now she's way more confident with that. So it's really great to see. It's the same as you do for any child, that whether you're biological child or otherwise, you're going to bear those costs of everyday life until she's old enough to fend for herself in the big old world and get her own job. So big considerations when you're thinking about it. So anyone who's in an early relationship stage with a Filipina or contemplating dating and maybe marrying a Filipina, these are considerations down the track that I would advise you to think about early on rather than later on, because you know, you might get down the end of the track there and then realise, oh geez, I didn't really want to have the expense of a child or the responsibility of a child. So things to really consider early on. Okay guys, if you've got any more things, anything else you want to add, put it in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you've got to say. Don't forget to share the video around. If you know anyone dating a Filipina, they'd probably like to see this video. And of course, don't forget to hit the like button, smash that subscribe button, and remember to turn on the notification bell so you get more videos regularly. Thanks very much for watching guys. Appreciate your support. Take care and bye for now.